Hey, welcome to podcast. I'm JD.
I'm Chad.
Welcome to podcast under the influence number 13.
Lucky number 13.
Big number 1-3.
Get older.
Yeah, we are. So, good weekend by the way. 40th anniversary of Saturday Night Live. Did you watch it?
No.
You not a fan of Saturday Night Live? Or?
I can take it or leave it.
I have it on I downloaded it. It's pretty funny.
I can take it or leave it.
All right. Well, that's the big news from the weekend, really. Nothing else happened. NBA All-Star break. I know you're not a basketball fan. I'll talk about that for 5 seconds.
The celebrity game Friday night was so much fun.
Monet Davis.
Should have been the MVP.
But she didn't win. Has been on a winning team. Whatever. I'm just saying. Kevin Hart won for the 4th straight year. Yeah, Kevin Hart.
Someone's going to shoot him.
He was guarded by Monet Davis.
She was taller than him.
I know.
By 2 inches. It was ridiculous. Kevin Hart. Get some insteps, brother.
Dude, in like high tops, he's only like 5'4".
Make it thicker. They make those shoes for people with shorter feet. Just get it. Make yourself up a couple inches. Look like an actual black man instead of like a white Asian.
It was good, but I was happy with the. I know you're not a basketball fan, but it's a big parody. What used to be the big thing about celebrity era NBA All Star Weekend
was a dunk contest. Yeah,
not anymore.
Well, no one wants to participate.
Well, okay. In fairness, Zach LaVine, that's the guy who won it. He put on a show.
The dunk he won it with was I did catch
all of them were good.
Yeah,
every one of them.
Man, he did. He was putting on a clinic.
Yeah,
it wasn't a show.
It was him, and then there was all the other boys that were kind of trying to participate.
Yeah,
but wow, it was nice. I thoroughly enjoyed. I was not expecting it to be good. I was like, I was gonna watch the 3-point contest. That's the one I was more interested in. Yeah. Which I had Steph Curry winning it. It's the best. He's the best. I knew he was gonna win it. He's the only one on out there that doesn't really jump when he shoots.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't get tired.
Huh.
Like Kyle Korver goes like that far in the air every time he shoots. You get tired.
Yeah, you're gonna wear yourself out real quick.
Especially when you have 25 shots in a minute. It gets tiring. But it was okay.
Highest scoring All-Star game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's a layup. It's a layup line. No one plays defense.
Yeah, it's getting to the point. It's kind of like the NFL Pro Bowl. No one plays defense.
You know what I wish they would do? You know how like in Major League Baseball,
you're playing for home field advantage.
Yes, I think that would make it a little bit more interesting if you had the team that won would get the home field advantage.
Yeah.
But then that's another downside because I kind of want to switch. Sorry, I'm into basketball for 5 seconds here. The way the basketball playoffs is done is you have the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference. And top 8 teams from each make the playoffs. That's simple. I don't like that at all. And here's why I don't like that. Because you have teams that are below 500 in the East that'll make the playoffs. East top teams are pretty good, but the bottom tier teams are not. You have the West, who has about 10 or 12 of their teams that are over 500, and they're pretty darn good teams competing. And they don't get to make the playoffs. I think it should be just the winners of each division and then the best teams after that. But obviously, that's my opinion. So the only issue with that is traveling. There's a lot more traveling if you do it that way. For example, if you have Boston happen to play the Lakers. By the way, I want to ask you this. So I had this conversation with someone. What do you think is the greatest rivalry in sports?
Greatest rivalry in sports?
In all sports. I have the definitive answer. I want to see if you get this definitive answer.
I had this, you know what? This same thought occurred to me last night.
During a Duke, North Carolina game?
I would have to say that is the definitive rivalry in sports. I really do, because that game it's never been completely one-sided. Like, there have been some, like, times to where the scoring was a little off on either side. But that game is always fun to watch. It's always enjoyable. And, I mean, I don't know. I thought that's
I have the definitive answer and the definitive reason why it's the definitive answer. Lakers-Celtics. The reason why is I think it's 8 times they have met in the NBA championship. And both teams have combined for, I think it's, all right, combined for 33 of NBA's championships. That's why I think that is the definitive, like, rivalry. You okay, buddy? You're not dying the podcast, are you? I'll go on without you if you do.
Yeah, if I keel over, just.
That's why I think it is. Like, In college basketball, obviously Duke, North Carolina is number one. I'll give you that one, but not in all sports.
See, and you can't even put your cat's foot
on. Yeah, whatever. It's leather. It won't stay on it.
He'll love it. He's a happy boy. No, and and I thought about this too, and across all sports, and basketball is the only one with a truly constant existing rivalry.
Because in basketball, any given night, any team can win.
That's not
you can have some of the best Duke teams ever, can play some down years for UNC, and it's always competitive.
Well, but I mean, it's not even about that. It's like you look at football, and the dynamic changes so much from season to season, and over 5 years and over 10 years, to where the same two teams are never going to be at each other's throats, and it's just going to go back and forth to where, like, I don't know, like even the Steelers and Browns or Steelers Ravens. It's so back and forth, and it depends on who got the right picks, who's got the right coach, and it like fluctuates, and the wins and losses go back and forth to the point that it's, I don't know, there's no serious in your face, we're coming to get you, it's bred into you, we hate your guts. Like, it doesn't even feel like that anymore. And in baseball, but even in baseball, it's like, you want to talk about a rivalry. The rivalry in baseball, they want to talk about New York and Boston. No, it should be New York and New York. Those teams should just hate this shit.
New York and Boston. See, this is where the argument spawned, because I was talking to Malachi, a guy I work with.
That is not the definitive rivalry.
It is not. And he said it is because of how popular it is. I'm like, okay, fine, but they're in the same division. That's the first thing. They're in the same division.
Mm-hmm.
They're in this. My bad. They're in the same division. Sometimes they never met in a championship game. That's my issue with it. They've never met in a championship game.
They can't. They're in the same league.
Exactly. That is my issue with it. That's why Redskins Cowboys, though it is a good rivalry, is not the greatest rivalry because they have never met in a championship game.
I would have to. That would be another reason that football can't get like that gut-wrenching rivalry.
I would say Cowboys Steelers because they've met in championships 3 times. 3 times, maybe. Dallas Bills, maybe. But there's really the rivalry that I can think of in NFL. The one that is definitive to me is Bears Packers. That's the oldest rivalry. That's why I think that. That's the only reason.
The oldest rivalry ever. Period.
But they've not met in championships very often. Well, prior to Super Bowl era, they didn't have Super Bowl era, but after Super Bowl era,
they can't. They're in the same
division.
Exactly.
And they're also in the same conference division.
So, yeah.
So that is my
play
issue.
2, maybe 3 times a year if they're lucky.
No, they play twice a year if they're lucky.
No, they play twice a year.
Oh yeah.
But they can play 3 times a year because how many years out of the past?
They
15,
did 1 year, didn't they?
Well, I'm just saying, since the inception of the reinception of the Ravens, and what was that, 96, 97?
95, maybe?
95?
When the Browns moved there?
Yeah. I'm going to have to say, and I'm just going off the top of my head here, I think the Steelers and Ravens have played each other more in a given season in this past 19 years, 20 years now, I guess, than any other two teams.
I would throw another team at you.
Because they're always
another team that has landed in the playoffs a lot. I need to turn off my lock screen. It locks out every 5 minutes. 15, there we go. I would say Patriots Ravens because those are good matchups in the playoffs. They've had them the last 4 years. They've met every year,
but they never play each other. I'm talking about playing each other 3 times in one season in football. Okay. I say Baltimore Steelers have done it more than anybody else. Baltimore.
What would you say is the greatest rivalry in NFL?
NFL.
I think it's, as much as I'm a Redskins fan, and it's a hated rivalry, but I don't think it's not as close as Packers-Bears.
I'd say Packers-Bears, but my rivalry, the game that I loved watching more than anything else every season when I was a kid, was Packers and San Francisco in the playoffs because they were always
you had Steve Young versus
those games. Those games were the best.
See, I'm a 49er fan. I remember as a kid always, God, those Packers always ruin it for the 49ers.
I haven't come out of my chair and cussed off a television since the last time those teams played each other in the playoffs. And I don't know why. I got no reason. It's not that I woke up one morning or went to San Francisco and got mugged and decided I was going to hate the entire town. It has nothing to do with it, but that game always got me juiced when I was a kid.
In baseball, who do you think it is? I do think it is Yankees-Boston, but it's not the greatest ever.
I think that's the best rivalry in baseball because it just and the thing is it has history. It goes all the way back to Babe Ruth.
It goes back further than that.
Yeah, but I know, but I mean that's
the first two teams ever.
Well, but I mean, that's something I grew up with was Babe Ruth. My grandfather got me hooked, let me watch old sports reels of him whenever they would come on TV. Absolutely fell in love with the guy, and you find out he was a Red Sox pitcher, but a Yankee hitter, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? And then that just makes me want, you know what I mean? Want more info, and I think that's the number one reason why that rivalry is as good as it is. And never mind that. Didn't they just have a trade between each other, or didn't Boston pick up someone from the Yankees within the past?
They signed someone from the Yankees. I can't remember who it was.
And it was a big deal.
It was. I can't think of who it was.
But I mean, that's
the Boston overpaid him. They overpaid.
Well, but I think that would be the reason that's the rivalry in baseball, is because those teams are willing to go and be like,
"No, to be fair,
Derek Jeter, I'll pay you more money if you come over here."
That's what I like about baseball, though, is they don't have a cap.
Well, and I'm sure that was tried.
You know why there's a salary cap in the NFL?
Because their soldiers get a lot less money and they wear better helmets?
No, it's not why.
Because America's stupid?
No, the reason why the NFL has a salary cap is to prevent teams from being dynasties. That's why it is that way, because one, you're going to have all these good players, but you can't afford them. So those good players go somewhere else, so you're not consistently the best team in the league, bar none. That's why it's like that. This just came up. It's just something.
I know. Schweitzer tagged me, you, and Barbie in it.
Storm Trooper. And
then Bubba Fett comes
by. It's not Boba Fett.
Was it Jar Jar? The last one.
Sorry. No, it's a droid. Yeah, no Boba Fett. It was just a droid.
I wasn't sure. It went by too quick, and I was watching on
my phone. So anyway.
Okay, baseball.
I don't follow baseball that much, personally.
I love being there, but I can't watch it.
I like the no salary cap. Well, it's not. There's a soft salary cap. There is a salary cap, and if you go over,
you got to pay tax.
Yeah. Well, you have to pay so much, and they distribute that to the lower level teams so they can.
Yeah, the luxury. They call it the luxury tax.
It's okay. Luxury tax is like federal taxes. No, the league has if you go over an X amount of dollars, you have to pay a percentage of those dollars back to the league, in which they distribute to the small.
Yeah, I know they call it a luxury tax.
Okay,
it's not
the I thought you meant the luxury tax.
No, I know what the luxury tax is.
And so, like, other teams that don't go to the salary cap. Athletics, which are one of my favorite teams. I'm a Nationals fan. I'll root for Pirates if they're playing. I like the Athletics too. It's only because it's like, first of all, Billy Beane, probably best manager in baseball.
I like the Athletics back in the 90s when they had McGuire and Canseco.
And Giambi.
The Bash brothers.
And Giambi. Jason Giambi.
The card I have just has McGuire.
Who's the other one? They had another one. Who's the outfielder? Johnny Damon?
Matt Damon.
Not Matt Damon. Johnny Damon, I think that's who it was.
That might have been. I don't know.
And they were loaded. Oh my God, they were loaded before.
Stolen Base King. What the fuck's his name?
Ricky Henderson?
Yeah, there you
go. Yeah.
They had a loaded team back in the 90s.
Yeah, they did.
Anyway.
But then they realized they can get paid 5 times as much money going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Which, more power to them. Well, I'll take a pay cut. You only have X amount of years to make money. So, okay. So
in baseball, you have a lot more.
So do you agree, disagree with my take on the best rivalry in sports?
We'll agree to disagree.
Are you indifferent?
I'll just be indifferent because I gotta stand behind Duke UNC because, granted, I am not a huge college basketball fan. I do not devoutly follow any one team for any reason. However, I'm Irish Catholic, so it was pretty much I was brought up to believe that Notre Dame is the only thing worth watching on television in any sport any time of the year. Whatever. That being said, my brother, or I consider him my brother, he's technically my cousin, twice removed by marriage, but whatever. He was always a huge Duke fan. And I'm not gonna lie, I was looking for a new hat one day, walked into Lids, and they had the only fitted hat that fit me that they had. No flat bill, curve bill, like this one right here. It was a Zephyr. I still have it somewhere. It was UNC, all blue, white lettering. And I was like, you know what? I like that hat. I want that hat. I like the color blue. And that is why I'm a UNC fan today.
I'm a Mountaineer fan.
I mean, that's the dumbest thing ever, but that's.
I'm a Mountaineer fan, so yeah, I have to live with losing the rest of my life.
Well, in basketball.
Well,
They'll get better.
They're better in basketball this year than football. They're actually ranked. Which I'm going to the game next week.
Didn't they get sanctioned the shit?
No.
They're on 2 years probation, aren't they?
No. Mountaineers?
Yeah. I thought West Virginia was on 2 years probation for illegal recruiting.
No.
Texting and some shit. I thought I heard that.
I know.
I'm not sure.
Nothing I know of.
Whatever.
Maybe they are, but I didn't hear about that, to be completely honest. So.
Wow. We wrapped up sports conversation in 16 minutes.
So.
You know what? The funny thing is, and I do want to comment on this before we get snowballed into our usual bullshit. When we started this, and you can go back to episode 1 and quote him, half hour sports, half hour geek stuff.
We had 3 podcasts. No. We had 10 topics. And we're going to alternate back.
We started. Yeah, we actually.
But we're just like, fuck that. We have the same topics.
We got a lot to talk about. So now the podcast is blossomed. It started out and we were trying to get it in under an hour to keep your attention span. And that's like, whenever 15 minutes, who gives a shit? Whenever a half hour, who gives a shit? And the last 3 have been 2+. I don't care. I just think it's funny.
It is funny.
And if you didn't notice, by the end of last week's podcast, I was soused.
Very soused.
I was soused.
Okay, so you want to jump into the nerd stuff and we'll keep talking about
I think we pretty much wrapped up sports. I mean, there's not a whole lot going on.
Fairness to Duke, though, real quick, I do like Coach K. He's a very good, one of the greatest basketball coaches.
Say his last name.
Coach Mike Krzyzewski. It actually used to be a lot worse before they changed it. That's what he said when he was hired.
If you gave me that name in front of me and told me to pronounce it, I would probably die trying. I would probably go into it. I'd have a stroke before I got it out right.
There's a podcast I listen to called Rooster Teeth Podcast. These guys do Red versus Blue. Go look at their stuff. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
They're like, one of the guys on there, he's stupid, but he thinks of the funniest shit. He's like, I wonder if you can kill yourself with your mind. Like, if you, like, I really want to do it, and you just think of 3 things, and your body's like, are you sure you want to do this? Think of these 3 things at one time, and you die. Okay, so on there's like orange chicken eagle or something all at once, and you die. That, what you just said, was probably what it is that kills you.
The smell of a purple mine, that would do it.
Purple mine.
A purple mine. A smell, a color, and a number. The smell of the purple of a purple mine. I think that would do it.
Maybe.
There it is, Rooster Teeth. Take that.
Alright.
I made you figure out how to kill yourself with your mind. After being around that one.
Alright, so. No. Why is the keyboard keep going? There we go. Alright.
Enhance.
Real quickly, Kingsman. Saw that last night. I gave it like a 7.5, maybe an 8. It's not bad.
Is this the 10 scale?
10 scale.
How awesome was Samuel L. Jackson?
He's funny. He had to speak with the list. He lost a lot of weight for that.
Was him as the bad guy funnier in that one or funnier in not the Shadow? Was it Shadow? No, not
it wasn't Shadow.
Remember the black and white movie?
The
Spirit, yeah. Funnier bad guy. Which one?
This one.
No, I gotta see.
You ever seen a movie with a black guy? That's Samuel Jackson.
As the villain.
He's every black guy in any movie.
Get these motherfucking snakes off my motherfucking plane. It's the cult classic. If you haven't, you should.
Ooh. Oh man. Anyway, not a bad movie. Pretty funny. The concept is good. I don't know if what happens in that movie could actually happen in real life.
That's why they call it the movies.
What I mean by that is, not trying to spoil anything. He sells it. He gives away like a SIM card, and he can activate it with his. He's trying to like basically population control and just have a bunch of people kill each other.
Yeah, well,
there's a thing in your phone that makes you go crazy and wants you to kill everyone around you. And he has a select few people that he saves, like the higher up in the elites, the silver spoon assholes.
I believe that can be done.
It probably can, but that's what the movie's about. Is he's trying to do that.
And see, the nice thing about something like that is there's some hacker out there working on that shit right now, and Anonymous is there to stop him. Good job, boys.
Anonymous 555 Kitty Dick. Hey, that's his email address.
I like those guys.
Okay, I'll say this for 5 seconds and we can change. I saw 50 Shades of Grey
By himself in the back row.
I saw my girlfriend. Which is a bunch of drunk women. I swear to God, they snuck a bottle of wine in the movie theater. They wouldn't shut up during that damn thing.
How does that surprise you? I used to go to the movies with a girl, and she could not go to the movies without sneaking in literally her entire pocketbook full of miniatures. Now, I'm going to have to admit, watching a movie with her was pretty fun. I'm not sure how the other people around us felt, but I found it fun.
These women in their mid-40s that were just lonely and just hoping to masturbate during the movie were loud and obnoxious the entire fucking movie.
And then you go out to Zeki and be like, I want my money back.
I threw popcorn at him. I think I shut him up.
Nah, man, you always go with Mike and Ike for targeting. Popcorn just doesn't work. You can get a Mike and Ike in your straw.
I don't like Mike and Ike's.
You don't have to like them because the only thing you're going to do is
I'm going to go out there and buy something to tell people to shut the fuck up. I'm going to go out there and buy. I need to buy some food. You hungry? No, I'm going to throw it at people.
No, you take a big ass McDonald's straw in your and just smack them in the back of the head all day long. It's good.
Not okay. Anyone who is interested in seeing that movie and you've read the books, it's not even close to the book.
You'll be disappointed
because the book is through a woman's point of view, and when you read it, you can correlate with how she feels. If you're a woman, if you're a man, you get an awkward boner if you're reading in public. If you're at home, you just got a boner. Period. You gotta wait like 5 minutes before you go anywhere, either public or.
See, literotica does nothing for me.
I'm just saying, and it's. I've only read the books once. Like I read it through one time, and I didn't go back and read it again.
Is that like your favorite issue of Playboy where you're flicking through it?
No. And I was surprised at how much I remember. You know, I have a pretty good memory, but I remember verbatim just about every word of that movie.
The book or the movie?
From the book, they took most of the lines in the book are in the movie. They cut out some things, which I was a little mad at. I'm like, come on. They moved things around too. I was a little upset about that.
But that's why I hate Aragon.
Aragon was a waste. That was a waste of money. Redo that shit,
please. Wait another 3 years after everyone's forgot about that piece of garbage like you did.
You need to just wait till a whole generation of people die like Moses did, and then start doing it.
No, not that long. Not that long. Everyone forgot about the Ang Lee Hulk, and we moved on, and we got the Edward Norton Hulk, and we were thrilled to death, and then we got the Mark Ruffalo Hulk, and we were even more happy.
I would prefer Edward Norton, to be honest.
I like Edward Norton, but I think Mark Ruffalo is because he's an asshole.
He is,
and so is Robert Downey Jr. And you can't put two assholes in the same film; they'll kill each other.
So, I'd love to see that.
Now, those two in the new Avengers movie with Hulkbuster versus Hulk, that would be fun. Anyway,
so it's not 50 Shades of Grey. It's not a horrible movie. Not horrible. Just understand what you're getting yourself into. It's really, apparently, a friend of mine tried to tell me it was Twilight fan fiction, which makes no damn sense to me. It's not even close to Twilight fan fiction.
Why the fuck would it be a Twilight fan fiction?
That's what it was wrote as. But it makes no damn sense to me. That's what she claims. She's like, she just tries to discredit anything you like. And she's like, oh, it's just Twilight fan fiction. I'm like, no, it's not even close to Twilight. Because it's in the same fucking state. It's in Washington. Because it's in Washington, it has to be Twilight fan fiction.
Can bring this friend over here. Let's mind fuck her.
Randy? I might friend with her.
Mind fuck somebody.
I haven't done that to someone in a while. She lies to me, so I don't talk to her. Alright. Let's get to the fun stuff. I have a surprise for you.
Yay!
I am caught up on Walking Dead.
I'm an episode behind.
Damn you! You son of a bitch! Actually, I'm caught up on the mid-season finale. Let me rephrase that. I'm downloading the next two right now. But I'm caught up on the mid-season finale where Beth gets shot.
Oh, God, that was such a painful episode.
Oh, God, it sucked. I was so upset about it.
I fell in love with her character, and the interaction between her and Daryl the entire previous season, yeah. I absolutely fell in love with that. The way she was like, I want to be a bad girl, and he's like, no, you don't. You don't want to be that kind of person. I want to drink this. Well, go ahead and do that, but you're not going to. Like, oh, that was the best. And then she got kidnapped, and that really pissed me off. And then she died.
What was that car doing out in the middle of fucking woods?
I don't even ask questions about that shit anymore because Walking Dead has more convenient plot twists than any other show I've ever watched in my life.
God, I thought everyone was supposed to be dead and they were all that's left, and now every 5 minutes there's another fucking colony of people walking around. This is so irritating.
No, I missed last week's episode, and it was my own damn fault. I forget why I completely forgot to record it. Like me and Jesse were in the middle of something, and we got caught up. What the hell? Oh my God, I know what it was.
What was it? You were watching NBA All-Star game, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. That would have been 300 times better than what I fucking suffered through.
What'd you watch?
Percy Jackson in the Sea of Monsters.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a little heads up on Percy Jackson. The books are 1,000 times better than Percy Jackson.
The first movie wasn't bad. I remember I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember walking away from liking it, enjoying the experience.
If you like that, Harry Potter's exactly the same.
Like I really enjoyed the overall thing with the whole Greek mythology, and I thought everything worked out really good in the first movie. In the second movie, It took something that was made for I don't know. Let's shoot for 12 to 16-year-olds with IQs of 110 or better, and that was the first movie. And that's apparently where the books were directed at.
No.
And they took that, and then the second movie looks like it was made for 5 to 10-year-olds with IQs well below 80. Like me and my wife kept looking at each other, going, Did
you watch it on TV or did you watch it on DVD?
I actually had stolen it off of HBO when I had free HBO. Oh. So I got to see the whole thing unscripted the whole entire time. Now, my wife is not one to usually critique dialogue, and she's the one that looked at me and she's like, are they seriously considering this dialogue? Did someone actually sit down and write this shit? And I was like, mind blown. It was terrible, and thank God I got it for free, because had I paid money for that, I'd be in jail right now, because I would have literally gone through the list that pops up at the end of the movie and killed every motherfucker on it.
Okay, are you done?
Hated it.
The book is
hated it.
100 times better. The first movie.
The book is always 100 times.
The first movie was pretty good. I'll give you that. I watched the first movie, and then I decided to read the books. That's how that played out. Right?
I thought the first one was written on. It wasn't childish.
It's different.
It's tweenish, but it wasn't childish. Tweenish I can handle. Childish I cannot.
If you like the first one, you should watch it. You should at least just watch it so you know.
I just got that stigma in my head from the bullshit I spewed in college, and now I really don't want to get back on my own bullshit.
Just watch. You don't have to watch it like 100 times. Just watch each one once. That way you can have it. You can at least reference it. It's
How often in your daily life do you reference a Harry Potter?
I can reference Harry Potter anytime I want.
In conversation.
In conversation
with anybody.
Stupefy.
I was using Stupefy before it was popular. Ooh, here's a thing that I made popular, and I'm not getting credit for, and I'm pretty pissed off about it. Apparently, now it's appropriate to wear shorts at weddings. I was doing that 10 years ago. So, fuck you fashionista bitches in Hollywood. You're fucking behind the times. You're just now getting caught up with how fucking great I am. So, go fuck yourself. I'm mad about that. I really am. No credit whatsoever at all to the guy who was doing it first. Me.
Okay.
I think I'm done.
I can't believe you missed Walking Dead to watch Percy Jackson, but the first one's, I'm not gonna lie, the first one is very good. The second one, not so much. I watch it strictly because I watched some parts of it are good, some parts are just god awful.
It has absolutely no redeeming factor whatsoever at all. Other than it follows Greek mythology.
The book is much better at it.
Like that. And that's why I was interested in it, because I really love Greek mythology. I think
the guy who writes it, Rick Riordan, is a very good author. Very good author.
All right. Well, so if I loved Aragon, would it behoove me, because I'm gonna have a lot of time on my hands very shortly?
Yes.
Okay.
I will give you as many books. I think I lent a couple books out, but I'll give you as many books as I have.
Okay.
I think I have all but one.
Because my choices, quite honestly, are, and the kid's gonna be active at this point. Trust me, he likes to lay there on the couch and stare at the ceiling fan and just start talking to it. Whatever, I can deal with that. So my choices were to either catch up on a lot of reading or write my own book.
See, I've been writing my own book for a while now.
I've been writing my own book for 3 years. I just want to get it finished. I want to get it published. I'm tired of fucking having it on my hard drive.
What's the book about?
The dumb shit that I've done or know that was done in my lifetime, and my political, religious, and socioeconomic views on life.
Some books like that thick.
No, actually, it's turning out to be a 500-page monster. I need to cull it big time.
Man, that's almost longer than our podcast.
My publisher was not thrilled.
You're going to be in a.
They said they couldn't market something that thick.
That's what she said.
And then Ron Jeremy showed up, and we were all proven wrong.
All right, so Walking Dead. Okay,
that's our first
game
reference.
The show has speeded up. Yeah, sped up.
What are we talking about?
Walking Dead.
Okay, yeah.
The game has sped up. Not the game. Sorry. The show has sped up. It's faster. It's better paced. It's just gotten a lot better than it was last season. Last season, where it was like after the prison being broken into and all the separate stories, where there's like people have to grow as people and their character development.
I love that.
To a degree, I like it.
I like the prison one. Now the season after that,
season 5 now.
No, when Carol had to pop the crazy child in the back of the head. Look at the flowers. Look at the flowers.
That was the same season. That was a different season. No, what? I'll bet you anything.
The halfway point. Yeah, the halfway point they flipped out.
It was right after the mid-season finale.
Man, that was some good writing. That was a place nobody wanted to go, but you took them there. And you know what? After seeing that and seeing how that girl was, I probably would have done the same exact thing. I'd have done it with a heavy heart, but I'd have done it. Because you don't need more of that in society, because society's fucked up as it is in that world. You don't need any more
I don't understand the cannibal thing.
Oh, the cannibals.
Oh my god, the cannibal thing. Okay, first,
you don't even know if you're eating safe meat. That's my thing.
The first thing.
That's my thing. That's number one.
That's the first
thing. Is it clean? And then when dudes boom, they all start throwing up. It's good job, Bob.
My issue with that, if you're eating humans, and that's your only source of if you're not learning how to cultivate crops and go hunting, you're basically competing with the zombies for their food source. And there's more of them than there is you. And once that runs out, what are you going to do?
You're effed in the A.
Yeah. If you can't find another source of food other than eating humans, now I understand the guy's point. If a bear and a cub are starving, and the mama bear doesn't eat the cub, they both die, and then there's no procreation. If the mama bear eats the cub and she survives, she can make more cubs. I understand the point on that, but his point is moot because he's not eating his child; he's eating other people. You need two to tango. If there's a man and a woman stuck in a cave, and one eats the other, you can't procreate unless the woman gets knocked up and then eats the guy. I guess that might work.
Manus is in such a society.
That makes no sense of why you would. If there's very few humans, why would you eat humans? It doesn't make any sense to me.
There's deers in the woods. You just got to be cunning enough to hunt them.
Not deers.
Well, I'm well aware of that, but it's just fun to say.
Well, you correct my English. I'm going to correct yours once in a while.
There's occupy in the ocean.
Occupado. Occupado by an occupy. Oh, jeez. Okay. So, I'm starting to like it now. I'm actually starting to like it.
I love it. They're
starting to do smart things. They're not going full retard every 5 freaking minutes.
Well, I didn't jump on to season 1. I have never seen season 1 of The Walking Dead, and I've actually been told repeatedly, don't worry about it, you're fine. I jumped in
It's good to know how it started.
The first episode of season 2 is when me and my wife jumped in on it.
Midway through season 3, you go back to where he met there's a black guy and his son that saved him.
Yeah.
You go back and see, you kind of need to know that in reference point. And like Carol's husband like beat her, and then like Shane, that's his name, Shane.
Yeah.
Shane beat the hell out of him. That's something you need to know about. But
Shane's dead.
Yeah, I know, but it's just a couple things you just need to know about. She references that.
I know, but I
in like this season, I just saw an episode where she referenced it.
Yeah, but I got it. I picked it up as we were going along. South Park.
Great show. Okay, so that was my surprise, you all. I was hoping to talk about Walking Dead. We never get to talk about it because I'm not caught up.
Well, we were caught up.
No, it wasn't. I literally watched probably 15 episodes in the last 3 days.
Yes, but you said you were caught up to the mid-season finale
of season 4. Now I'm caught up to the mid-season finale.
So you saw Sunday night's episode?
No, I said time out, dude.
I've seen that episode.
I said last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago, I was up to the mid-season finale of season 4, and then one episode past that. Okay. Then you said that the Daryl and Beth story, which is an episode after that, that's when I started watching it Monday or Sunday night or whatever.
Best part of that series thus far.
Yes, I agree with you. I watched from then until the mid-season finale of this season. I'm getting the next 2 episodes right now. My computer is downloading.
Okay, well then you're 2 episodes behind and I'm 1 episode behind.
Yeah, but I watched like 15 episodes in the last 3 days. I don't get any props for that.
We could get you a goddamn Chips Ahoy?
Yeah, I do. I love Chips Ahoy. If you're really gonna give me a Chips Ahoy, why are you up giving me a water?
You want Mountain Dew for you?
No, I'm trying to cut back on Mountain Dew. So I go 1 a day now. Oh, I'm getting the Chips Ahoy. Yes. We need to throw some ideas around.
To the age-old question, do you want a cookie? The bottles are kind of awkward.
A little bit.
They don't sit straight.
So, 15 episodes.
So you got a cookie for that. Do you feel better?
I feel a lot better now. Do you feel better?
That's why we have so
Do you
much
feel
fun
better?
doing it. Yeah, I actually feel a little bit better.
Alright. Gotham.
Brilliant.
The Joker.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
That kid did really good.
That kid channeled his inner Heath Ledger and actually got, and not perfectly, but a hint of that Mark Hamill laugh.
Sorry, I'm enjoying my cookie.
He should enjoy his cookie. He deserved that cookie. He watched 15 episodes of The Walking Dead.
Talk about binge watching.
No, because we've had this discussion before. Best portrayal of the Joker, hands down, Heath Ledger. But my favorite Joker laugh has got to be Mark Hamill from the animated series.
Heath Ledger did it all, in my opinion. I do like Mark. By the way, Mark Hamill's in Kingsman.
Well, that's some information I would have liked to know before I went to the
Well,
theater.
he's only in it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, but he's there.
Yeah, I know. I know he's there. But he's in Kingsman. That's all there is to it. He gets killed. He dies. So you know. I like the Doctor. Man, Samuel Jackson. His lisp in that movie was so funny.
So funny.
He had a lisp the whole time.
So funny.
Never the lisp.
Yeah, Gotham.
Okay.
I like the way they set up. They're setting up this particular origin of the Joker. I like it. Kid's damage goes from the get-go because his mother's a whore. Like, I can't even imagine what growing up in a house like that would be, and him just being like, oh no, my mother has lovers, and that's okay because sex is a natural thing. What? And the fact that they're making him a couple years older than Bruce, I like that even more.
Yeah, it was 5 years? You say about 5?
You give that on? What do you give Bruce? 12?
I give him 13 or 14. He's a little older than 12.
I give the Joker right at 17.
Because I give him the reason why I give him 13 or 14 because he's at a certain school, and by my memory of the comic book, he had to be a certain age in that school.
Oh.
Well, remember that kid he punched in the face? So I'll guess 14.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna shoot the Joker to be 17 because if you're 18, why aren't you like trying to better your situation? You could. You could. You're that intelligent. He demonstrated that profoundly. And perfect clinical diagnosis of a psychopath, and a very good one at that. They didn't go sociopathic with it. They stuck with the psychopath. He's passionate about what he does. They didn't do any of that dissociation. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. And his smile.
It was awesome.
Oh, that smile, man. I don't know if the makeup artist had a lot to do with that or if that kid's just got it going for him, but damn, dude.
I thought he did an awesome freaking job. That's all I'm going to say on that. I'm trying to find something for you.
And how the fact that Barb not get pissed off that Ivy and Kat are living in her apartment. It was just like, how long have you been here? A couple of weeks. All right, whatever. On to the next thing. Like, is she really that drunken and convoluted? Because I'm sure they're setting that character up to be that person, and I'm sure she dies. She's going to die. She has to die.
Well, in the comics, I don't recall Gordon marrying Miss Tompkins, Leslie Tompkins. And I have a little bit of a...
I thought they had a love interest, and I thought that was alluded to in, and God help me, the animated series from the 90s. I'm thought sure that was alluded to that they had a thing back in the day. I didn't think they were married, though. I didn't think they got together and had a kid with her. Oh, dude, okay. It doesn't say they did.
Oh, my God.
Are you telling me that your rumor mill says they are?
The what?
We're talking about Gordon and Beverly, right?
Yeah. No. Her name's not Beverly, it's Leslie. Whatever. Tompkins. Okay, this is what my point of bringing her up was. She's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, okay. She was the Queen in V. She was...
in How I Met Your Mother. Remember the one, Crazy Eyes?
Ah,
that was her. She's going to be in Deadpool.
She was in Stargate. We're all fans of that.
She was in Stargate. She's going to be in Flash this season.
Same character.
Different character. The voice of Gideon.
In what?
That's what I'm looking at. There's going to be 3 episodes at least. The voice of Gideon. That's what it says.
Is the voice of Gideon the title of the show, or is the voice of Gideon?
The Nuclear Men, The Sound and the Fury, Power Outage. And those are the 3 episodes that's listed. And she's going to be in Gideon. She's going to be a person, or voice of Gideon, I guess. It's going to be uncredited, but she is that person.
Okay.
She's actually in a lot of DC stuff. Son of Batman. She was the voice of Talia al Ghul.
Oh, that would have been a better.
She was Cheetah in Batman the Brave and the Bold.
Yeah, she does have a Talia al
Ghul look.
But she's proven herself time and time again that she can pull the villain off. Like I can't remember how much weight she lost to be the alien queen in V.
She's also in Homeland. She's in Serenity. She's in a lot of things, dude.
I didn't know. Good.
I
love her. I really do. I love. She's not like the kid that plays Joffrey. I love to hate him forever, and I don't care that Joffrey's gone. I'm still gonna fucking hate that kid. If I ever see him in the street, I'm gonna punch him in the face, and I have no reason.
He wasn't Batman Begins, by the way.
I still want to punch him in the face. Point aside, I've loved every body of work that she's put out, including her body of work.
Including the work on her body?
Including the work on her body.
She has a really, really nice
voice.
She has a nice resume. She's just in a lot of Firefly. I didn't realize she was in Firefly till right now.
Oh, she was River, wasn't she?
Yeah. Or no, Sarah. That's what it says.
What was it?
She's in all of them. Every episode. Inara Sarah. Isn't that like the hooker? The prostitute?
Might be.
Roger Dodger? Whatever that is. She's okay. That's one of her first things was Firefly. Well, she's in every episode. There's only 14 seasons.
Well, then it wouldn't be. No, it's
14
definitely
episodes.
Yeah. Definitely not River, because River wasn't in every episode.
Justice League. She was an animated series. She was the voice of Black Canary. God, she has some really good promos here. She was the voice of Black Canary, Diana Lance. Dina
Lance?
Dina Lance. Dina Lance. Oh man, she has a good resume. And I was looking that up because I'm like, I think I was a girl in How Much I
Did you?
I got away from it. God damn it! Give me 2 seconds. I'll get it. I'll bring it back. Shit.
Where's your back button? Back. Where's your history, you fool? Siri, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, fuck yourself. Nope, can't find it. I checked it out. It's gone forever.
Nothing's ever gone forever on a computer.
It took me 2 seconds to get it.
I'm just saying, nothing's ever gone forever.
Jackass. Sorry, internet.
It's going to be one of those
My
days.
point of bringing that up was, first off, I thought she was the girl from How I Met Your Mother. That was the first thing. Then I was like, I'm gonna go. I wanted to double check that because I didn't want to be wrong, so I went and looked, and then I saw all this stuff. Justice League, Son of Batman, just all this. I guess Talia al Ghul is the mother of Son of Batman. But are you looking it up now? So can I stop? I have it up.
You finally got it up because it was loading.
2 seconds.
Yeah, you're the full cast list. She's not on the first page.
On the first page.
She should be on the first page. She's been in like every freaking episode this part of the season almost. This part of the season she has.
Marina Besserin. Back to her. Why is it some of the best actresses are from Rio de Janeiro?
Well, because Rio is where it's at.
Who was the chick from the main chick in CIS for a while? She's from Rio de Janeiro. What are we looking for? Forgot about that. Stargate, the Ark of Truth.
Adria. I just couldn't remember her name. Adria.
Audria.
Who's watched it more?
I'm being a dick because you're like Ari. It's I.
Aya. It's Aya.
Aria.
Adria.
Adria.
No. Well, huge Stargate fan anyway. It doesn't matter. I think I've already established that with the couple.
You definitely established that.
Oh, positive note. The Captain America shield should be within my possession by the end of March.
Very positive. You gonna display it on the podcast?
You're damn right. However,
Captain America.
And this is what is so funny, and my boy, and that's all I'm going to refer to him as, because I can't say his name, and I can't mention him whatsoever at all, because his shit was so good that he got a cease and desist letter from Disney saying, don't make this shit. So, I'm not saying his name.
She's in Deadpool. Now, the reason why they picked her, she's in a lot of...
Does it say how she's casted?
It does not say how she's casted. It's in pre-production.
She's
also in Spy, the new one with Melissa McCarthy. I know you don't like her, but... she plays a lot of... And the reason why they brought her on, I'm sure they're going to do something crazy with her character. Which she already kind of does look crazy, because she's way too into Gordon's, job.
Well, I think it's fine. Apparently, they have picked a sci-fi chick to just do sci-fi shit.
Well, she plays a lot of twisted characters. She's a really good actress in that part. If you watch a lot of her shows, she does play a lot of twisted characters.
You know what? Maybe. Just
she does. Mentalist. I can go down the list here.
Well, no, not even.
Homeland. She was crazy in Homeland.
I'm not arguing that. However, what I am saying is maybe she was miscast. Maybe she's not Dr. Tompkins. Maybe she should have been Harley Quinn.
What was V about? I never saw that.
V? You never saw the original shit from the 80s or the recent shit from the 2000s? Aliens come, they bring peace, they bring harmony, they bring joy, and they turn out to be lizard people that want to fucking eat us. And then there's the good lizard people and the bad lizard people. And the good lizard people are like, no, we need to help you. You don't want to be eaten by us. And then the bad lizard people are all like, what? Huh?
Heartland. She's in Heartland.
I have no idea. It sounds like
Stargate, Sands of Oblivion. That's a TV movie. Las Vegas. Apparently, that's a TV show.
We have to do our research before we get started.
No, we don't.
I'm just saying because we probably sucked up 15 minutes of our podcast with research.
Who cares? You look it up with us. She's very beautiful. She's freaking gorgeous.
Yeah, they're.
I get that. So hard.
Her V self is not as gorgeous as her other self. She definitely lost a ton of weight for that. To be a lizard queen, she lost a ton of weight and not near as attractive.
I like how she looks now. To be honest.
Oh yeah, got a little bit of weight. Actually, got a little bit of weight in all the right places and a little bit of age on herself. She actually looks really good. I think she looks really good. So I hope I look that good when I'm her age.
You want to look like that? You want to have boobs and shit?
If I look that good when I was her age, I'd make a shitload of money.
You know what I love and hate about IMDb? DB is like sometimes you can go on here and look at their salary and know how much they make, and other times it's not even available.
Why do you care?
I was just curious. For example, I looked up
a lot more than you, or
no shit
combined.
Like okay, for example, you ever heard of the show Dads? It only had one season. I don't think it's going to get renewed. It starred Seth Green. Some Asian chick that was on like The Sweet Life.
Yeah, that was.
She's a pretty cute girl. And I looked up, and I didn't know how old she was. Looked it up, and then it showed her salary. She got like 1.8 million for like 2 seasons of that, and like another 2.8 million. That's just curious to know how much they make. I'm just curious because when she was on the show, she was 16. When she was on that show, she was 16.
Less than Tom Cruise and more than me. That's fair enough.
Yeah. Well, you need this. Oh, I'll just.
No, I'm good.
I can go back to it. I can pause it. Yeah, I can go back to it. We need to reference it. Okay.
Anyway, and that was Gotham. And that took almost 30 minutes.
Good episode. We have to say it's a good episode.
That kid channeling his inner Heath Ledger or fantastic casting job. Like, you guys are really paying attention to detail at this point in time. And you know what? I hate Fish Mooney, but I'm really liking the direction that's going.
I don't hate her. I think she's
really like
badass. I just don't like how she.
You just know she's gonna die.
She gotta die. She's not even in the comics.
Yeah, she's gonna.
The fact that she's alive still is she's on borrowed time. She's playing with house money right now.
Because we know once we get to the Batman comics, and the comics are for whatever reason canon, Falcone, Maroni, Penguin, everyone's still alive. They're still kicking. They are the primary rulers and owners of Gotham. And Batman is just trying to make it better. And Fish Mooney is not even an aforementioned thought or detail. Granted, I understand she was just introduced. But if her goal is to usurp any of those three, dead in the water. I mean, she might end up becoming a lieutenant and being happy with that. But she didn't seem to be happy with that before.
Heads up, at some point, Victor Zaz will be working strictly for Penguin and not for Falcon.
I don't like Victor Zaz.
So do I.
I really do.
But he will be strictly working for, and I think that's what turns the tide on the Falcons. The thing is, though, that Penguin doesn't dislike Falcon the way Moon did.
Yeah, but
he does hate the Maronis, or the, what's his name?
Yeah, but he apparently never kills either or, because the Maroni family and the Falcone family, that's a fully functioning part of the DC universe. Like, it doesn't go away. It's always in the background.
I just know that somewhere. At some point Penguin takes over and merges both and becomes the new mob boss of all of Gotham.
Yeah.
That's what's anyway. Agent Carter, did you watch it? Did you watch it last week and this week? Did you catch up?
No, I didn't know because you didn't give it to me.
It was my responsibility to give it to you. I didn't know that. Okay. Did you watch it this week at least?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm caught up.
Oh God, this show. I wish they would have a whole season. Just give us 20 episodes, but I understand why they don't give us 20 episodes.
I don't know. I kind of like the way it is, short and sweet and to the point. I mean, next week's the season finale, and
after that they start back with Marvel.
But there hasn't been a real big build-up either. You know what I mean? Like, you know what the plot keys are and what's going on in the background, but there really hasn't been that major build-up, like this oh my god moment. And I don't know. I'm a little bit sad about that, but at the same time, I'm a little bit happy because for my first chunk of 8 episodes, you've got me interested. You have my attention.
I was interested in the first episode.
Well, yeah, but when you come back, it's coming back on next January. Fantastic. We're going to watch it again.
I just want more episodes because after this episode, we're going to have to wait I like shows that are longer and then they have a shorter cutoff time. Like,
yes, because this is the same thing we complain about.
Like with like Arrow. Well, yeah, Arrow. You have it and then you stop and then you have 3 months and then it's back on. You don't have that huge 9 to 12 month layoff like Game of Thrones. It's so depressing.
So you didn't watch Arrow this week?
No.
I was trying to find out if it was taking the same hiatus that Flash is, because Flash is taking a hiatus.
After this week?
Yeah.
I can find out. I can actually find out right now.
Well, no, that's fine. Because Flash is on hiatus until the 17th of March.
What the heck?
Enhance.
I think his battery's dying. That's what it is. It just tells you when they're coming out and everything. .ch. Yeah, I hope. I don't want these shows to go off the internet. Or off.
They'll always be on the internet.
I don't want them. I just want shows my shows every week. Because when my shows run out, I don't know what to do with myself. A lot of time. I guess I'll play video games, but what? I will.
You'll be filling it for me. You'll have plenty of shit to do. You'll be filling it for me. You'll have plenty of shit to do.
It's just cleaning, right? Pretty much. A little bit outside plowing.
Yeah, actually, yeah. The boss was like pretty happy about the thing. He's like, 1 to 8:30. He can do some plowing. Okay, I'll show him how to run the tractor.
All right. Let's see here. Arrow. Yeah, they have their whole season laid out here.
Hiatus.
They will have an episode. We're on what, the 18th was yesterday, right?
I have no idea.
The Return is the episode. Name of the episode last week. The Return. So what does that mean?
That's when he returns to Star City.
Arrow?
Yeah.
No, he returned to Star City 2 episodes ago. Because last week's episode.
Oh, he returned to Purgatory.
Maybe.
No, yeah, he did.
Nanda Parbat. Nanda Parbat. That's what the place is called.
Yeah, Purgatory.
Okay, we have those next 2 episodes. And it has nothing for these. So that's why I'm kind of curious as to that. That is when we're supposed to have Ray Palmer, episode 18.
19?
18. And somewhere in between all this, we're supposed to have a little bit of
Well, I'm just telling you right now that episode 316 TVA is probably not going to happen until, well, they've never staggered those 2. They've always locked them in at the same point.
Why are they having this time off is my question. I thought they were mid-season finale and they're going to play all the way through until the end of the season.
I have no idea. But Flash does not return until March 17th.
Why?
And we're not even into that one yet. Actually, we probably should have discussed Flash. How did we get on the Arrow?
Because you said we both missed it this week.
Oh, my fault.
That's okay.
But yeah, Agent Carter is awesome.
Agent Carter's amazing.
Trying to get us back on track.
The lady who plays Agent Carter, very good.
Haley Atwell.
Yeah, and she flat out just tells it how it is. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you just trying to get your fame? No. It's like, if I don't freaking bring you coffee, I don't get recognized as a person.
That was good. That whole entire thing where she went through all 3 of her so-called persecutors and just pretty much picked them apart. Because you don't recognize me unless I get the coffee. You don't recognize me unless I get the paperwork. You only know I exist because you're infatuated with me. And it's like, whoa!
Yeah, he's like, you didn't infatuate. I'm just some poor kitten that was left on your doorstep you have to take care of. And
yeah.
And then he said, I can't remember what she said about the blonde guy, but then the guy who had the arm thing is like, I'm just some girl that's on a pedestal for you, and you're trying to bring me down to your level.
She cut him down hard like that.
Oh my god, yeah. She slipped her nuts like right off.
Heavy level.
Yeah, March 3rd. March 3rd.
Oh, so we get a week off.
We also the episode next. I guess. Oh, we have 2 weeks. No, a week. It's a week. Why do we have a week off? That's gay.
No, that ain't dumb. I'm just over here.
Dumb.
I'm just over drinking beer like.
All right.
What?
Flash this week. Firestorm. I Now they're starting to play the way it is in the comic book.
Yeah, finally got it right.
Finally got it right. They fuse together,
but they had to build it up.
Like one guy's body, and you have the one guy kind of like has a speaking thing in his head,
which is crazy because they're both brilliant physicists and engineers. It's like double the power.
Yeah,
it'd be one thing if like one was like Joe Schmo hammer nailer or nail hammerer, yeah, whatever. And the other was like the genius. But no, they are both literally, one's an engineering genius, one's a theoretical physics super genius. Those two combined, like, there's nothing they can't outthink. And the fact that they can just shoot fire and burn shit to death just makes it even better.
Sorry, 1 second.
Did you get your phone again?
Huh?
Did you get a new phone again?
No, same phone. I just had to reset it. Who is this? I don't know his number.
What?
7862, 7862.
616 or 501? Or is it 240
616 7862.
I have no idea.
No. I messaged a couple guys to make sure they're coming to basketball real quick.
Basketball, Joe.
Basketball! I got the basketball drums. I got chills. I'm multiplying.
Grease.
One of the greatest musicals ever. One of my favorite movies, but yes, I'm a dude and I like musicals. Suck one, okay?
Yeah, if you haven't seen the Book of Mormon, go now. Take tons of money.
You said we were gonna go and you didn't.
I went.
Let me know. You didn't let me know.
I went.
You said we were gonna go. I would just have to pay for my ticket.
$374.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd have gone.
Yeah, exactly. 5 rows back, center stage. Yes. I didn't pay for my ticket either. My friend did. We're not speaking right now, but that's besides the point. It is not because I owe him a ton of money.
Oh, man.
He did something that I find unforgivable, but I'm not going into detail. Gotcha. It wasn't my wife.
We'll have that conversation without the camera on. Alright. Sorry about that, Internet. Let's get back on topic here. Flash. First off, you got King, was it Grodd? Oh my god, it's Grodd.
Grodd. Yeah, it was so fantastic. 2 weeks ago, when they had him banging around the sewers, I'm like, oh.
And you saw, what's the name of the suit?
Yeah, but 2 weeks ago they had Grodd. They alluded to Grodd. Grodd's coming. It's like, oh, yes, this is going to be fun.
How did they explain why they tortured him? Because he's like, the last person I tortured was a giant gorilla. It was a super intelligent gorilla or something like that.
Well, it'll come out in the wash. It'll come out in the wash. And the fact that they actually had the gorilla speak this episode made a lot more sense. Now you actually believe it's Grodd as opposed to like some freaking chalk on the wall.
Yeah.
The writing's on the wall.
Writing on the wall.
No, I really did enjoy this episode. Establishing Firestorm as a character and I'm getting it straightened out. And the fact that they kind of screwed it up in order to straighten it out made it even better as far as I'm concerned. Made it even better.
Look, I'm telling you, I think they're going to come out with... You know, let's take a hypothetical here. If you and I were in charge of CW, what comic books would you make into a TV show? Now, the TV show has to be legitimate. Has to be you have to hit a large demographic to keep it consistent. What comic book would you make into a show? Now, granted, the ones that let's rule some out.
I'm stuck with the DC universe, of course.
No, you can do whatever you want.
No, it's the CW. I'll stick with
okay, you got CBS.
ABC owns. Okay, Disney owns ABC. Disney owns Marvel. No one else is getting their teeth into Marvel. That's a foregone conclusion. ABC, ESPN, Disney owns Marvel. That's the only network that's going to ever air anything Marvel related. Flash, really good choice because you can make it believable. Same thing with Arrow.
Who would have a very dynamic story is what I would look like. Batman obviously has a very dynamic story, but they're kind of already doing that, so let's just rule that one out.
Yeah.
If you had to pick one, if you had to pick a hero that has a dynamic story, but you also got to think of a budget too. That's why Arrow is so good, because nothing's too crazy new supernatural. You just got to make sure your stunts are done properly.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a tough question, isn't it?
DC doesn't have a whole lot after you get past Batman and Arrow. Everyone's got something going for them. Or Adam.
Oh, you got plenty. Oh,
yeah, but no, I'm just saying, after those three characters, everyone's got some sort of power mutation or alien thing going on.
I think
I mean, I like Firestorm. I think that could stand on its own, but the only problem with Firestorm is people are completely unfamiliar with him because, and let's be honest, he was a third tier. To be fair,
not a lot of people knew about Arrow either.
Well, but for the most part, Firestorm was a third tier DC character. I mean, third tier, like under Oracle somewhere, okay. Firestorm existed. Oracle, now that's something that could be very interesting.
Catwoman? Or, not Catwoman. Fuck. Batgirl.
Yeah, Oracle.
Okay, Oracle just sits in a chair because she's paralyzed from the waist down. That wouldn't be very compelling. It's basically Dr. Wells, but now he's Oracle. That's his name, Dr. Wells, from Flash. That's his name, Dr. Wells.
No, it's Barbara Gordon.
I know, but it's the same exact character. It's pretty much the same character.
But the movie setting that up would get tons of ratings.
I'm talking about a TV show. You gotta make a TV show.
They can make a TV movie based off The Killing Joke.
I have to think for a second on this. You could probably
make that movie.
You could probably make a rise and fall, like the rise and then the death of Robin. Robin would be a bad one.
Which one?
The
Dick Grayson, Chris Todd,
Grayson,
or the third one. There's
the girl, the chick.
Oh, you want to go with the fourth Robin?
No, I don't. I would say the first one, the one that dies. Grayson died in a motorcycle accident, didn't he?
I thought Grayson was Nightwing.
That might be great. That might be. No, okay.
Chris Todd died.
Yes, Todd. Because you had Grayson was Nightwing. Blake or Tim Drake, was it Tim Drake?
Tim Drake
became Red Hood. He became Red Hood.
Oh, he went the other way.
Yeah. Well, no, Red Hood is a kind of like an extreme vigilante. He'll kill criminals, but he still doesn't.
That's going to be introduced. No, oh my God, they're doing that in Gotham this season.
I'm going to Google real quickly. I'm going to hit Google up real quick. DC heroes list, and I'm gonna see which one because right now I'm drawing a blank.
I'm hitting the Batman wiki right now because I need to verify.
Heroes.
See now they threw Damian Wayne in.
Oh,
and that's the son. That's
son of Batman.
Well, yeah, but which son is that? That's the son of him and Selena, right?
Him and Selena. It depends.
Because there's two. He has two kids.
Talia. He has one from Talia al Ghul too.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
What would be it? Oh, God, I need a list. God damn.
Okay, Robin 1 was Dick Grayson. Robin 2 was Jason Todd. Robin 3 was Tim Drake. Robin 4 was Stephanie Brown. And that was only...
The fifth one is new now. That's new.
Damian Wayne.
Yes, that's new.
No, but the fourth one only occurred in Frank Miller's 2 graphic novels.
Yes. The Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, that's
in the movie.
That's the only place. What?
Damian in the movie. There's a movie cartoon called The Dark Knight.
Well, I'm just talking about
part 1 and part 2.
No, Stephanie Brown is only a Frank Miller
in the top
thing.
25. I'm looking at a list of top 25 DC characters. Adam is number 24.
Well, I don't know if Adam can get his own show or not.
Cyborg.
That could be low budget. That could be low budget. You can do that properly.
If you build him up like to being something great and then he gets the stuff, yes. But if you have to do a whole Starfire,
no,
I don't know. But I wouldn't mind seeing a girl in that. Ooh, she is. Oh boy. Doggy. Jonah Hex, no.
What? That'd be low budget. That's
that would be better. Son. That would be better than
That's Ra's al Ghul's only son.
Be better than Constantine. I'll give you that.
Well, I'm just saying it's Ra's al Ghul's only son.
Buster Gold.
Mm-hmm.
Booster Gold.
No.
Black Canary. They already have it. Supergirl. They're already making one of those. John Constantine. That was a bust.
Done and beat.
Batgirl. No. Green Lantern.
Too expensive.
Martian Manhunter.
Possibly.
That would be a God.
Possibly,
I
because
don't know if that would.
he can morph into other people.
That would.
He can change his appearance.
The issue with that is your demographic.
Is
not
it
a lot.
believable?
Yes. Well, not a lot of people are gonna be into that. Green Arrow is number 11. Man, I can't wait to see the list of. Well, Superman's gonna be above that. Wonder Woman, Batman. Batman should be number 1. If it's not number 1, Aquaman. Yeah, they could make a show about Aquaman.
Nobody would care.
Like fighting over Atlantis.
Nobody would care. Nobody would care. Atlantis is unbelievable to the mass populace.
Shazam or Captain Marvel.
The Rock is supposed to play Shazam in Amazing.
No, he's supposed to play Black Adam.
Oh, they switched that?
Yeah, he's going to play Black Adam.
That'd be interesting.
I wouldn't mind a show strictly about Catwoman. Just because I want to see a woman in that outfit all the time.
Yeah, let's leave Halle Berry out of it because that was just a complete.
Okay, so top 6 is Flash, Nightwing.
There you go. That's
the other Green Lantern, which is Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan Green Lantern.
Which 3 have you've gone through 2 right now?
No, that's the second one.
Well, wait.
Wonder Woman. Superman is not number 1. Fuck.
Hal Jordan is the first Green Lantern.
Yeah, I know.
The second one is. Okay, I'm working.
I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm looking. Give me 2 seconds. I'll find them. Barry Allen. I'm just kidding. Scroll faster.
You were fucking up my internet.
You were fucking up your internet. Fuck your shut up.
Fuck your shut up.
Cat, camera. Get off the camera. Get away from the camera.
Dash.
Dash.
Get down, baby.
Get down.
Get down, sweetheart.
Oh, Kyle Rayner. Hal
Jordan, Guy Gardner, Jon Stewart, Kyle Rayner,
Jon Stewart,
Simon Baz, Alan Scott. Which one was the black guy? Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that could go.
100 DC characters. There we go. Okay, that's what I'm looking for.
100. You're going to scroll through a list of 100.
I want to look for an obscure character that I know, but would have a very dynamic story. That's what I'm looking for in here. You do the same with Marvel. I want you to do the same with Marvel.
Top 100 Marvel characters?
No, I just want one that would be good to make a cartoon or a TV show about. Obviously, Dick Grayson would be good. Lex Luthor, no. Joker, no. I wouldn't mind a show about
Lex Luthor would be a good one. Just take it from the villain's aspect. His rise to evil power. I actually think that would be good.
Batwoman, Stargirl.
Who are you going off of? You going off for a Comic Vine or IGN?
Comic Vine.
Right.
So you're gonna go.
I'll go with Comic Vine.
Guy Gardner.
Green Lantern.
What is it? The night. Moon Knight?
Moon Knight?
Moon Knight.
That's Marvel.
Damn it. Who's this guy? This is Tom Kelly. Him.
He sure as fuck isn't Moon Knight.
Saint Walker. Sinestro. Ragman. Never heard of that. Yeah, Jason Todd is Red Hood. Oh, God. Power Girl. I wouldn't mind seeing the girl keeps too. Deathstroke. That wouldn't be a bad TV show.
Where are we doing that?
What do you mean?
Where are we doing that?
Deathstroke, not Deadpool.
No, we're already doing that.
That's not
Deathstroke's an arrow.
It's not strokes. It's not
Are we talking about an entire series, or are we talking about an
entire
TV
series? Entire series, strictly about one person. Okay, James Gordon's got his show. Catman, no.
Hawkeye.
Okay, that's basically the same as Arrow.
Yeah, but that's Marvel Universe. That's completely doable.
Which I'm going to throw this out there. Marvel has stolen about a dozen different characters from the DC and put them in the Marvel Universe. And I can list all of them if you want. You want to do that? Fine, I will list them all. Adam came first before Iron Man. That's number 1. Hawkeye is a copy of Green Arrow. Should I keep going? The Justice League came years before the Avengers. Should I keep going? Deadpool, copy of Deathstroke. Should I keep going? Quicksilver is a copy of Flash. Should I keep going?
Keep going.
I'm good.
Whatever. Are you sure? You done? Because I believe Mutation was done in the Marvel universe before it was done in the DC universe.
No.
Mutation as an entire thing was done in Marvel before DC. Spider-Man, where's DC's answer to that? Oh, that's right, they don't have one.
They don't have one, exactly. They don't need to copy their own character. Satana? No, that's the closest one I've seen so far.
They don't even have a Mystique.
Harley Quinn origin story.
See, now what are we talking about? An entire series based on one character, or are we just going to do a 8-part origin story?
Either or.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's one or the other.
Okay, how about a story about Bane?
No. Too many special effects required.
Zorro, Billy Batson. No. Jeanette, Talia al Ghul, Huntress. Not Deadshot. Martian Manhunt, Mr. Free. No. Superboy Prime, Ragdoll. Dream Girl. I like this slew of female characters that have shown up right now.
Captain Britain.
They have one show already doing like a bunch of them. Bart Allen, Dead Man.
Bart Allen is he the son or the cousin of Barry's
son? Wonder Girl.
Psylocke.
I got one.
Psylocke. You could build an entire series around her. It'd be low budget as shit.
Raven for DC.
That's part of the occult. I don't think you're going to sell that. I'm just saying.
There's not many from DC then. Ray Palmer is Adam, so they're already making one about him. Yeah, I can't think of it.
They're already trying that with Daredevil.
Unless there's another obscure, like they already have Kick-Ass, so unless there's another obscure comic, like orientation.
Lady Deathstrike, you can do that easily. That's not that many special effects. Now
in DC or Marvel.
X-23, that would be sellable. That'd be very sellable. Wolverine's or the 23rd project in the X line. Technically his daughter, but whatever.
Now I'm looking up the top 10 comic books that are not DC or Marvel owned.
That would be so fucking boring. Hulkling would be so fucking boring. Patriot, there's no point in even doing that because Captain America is king.
Galacticus. Banshee. Raven is the only one I found that is not. Oh, Judge Dredd. That's not Marvel or DC.
Electro, that didn't work. Taskmaster. Now see, there's your ripoff of Deathstroke. Taskmaster.
No. Deadpool.
No.
They even changed. They even took the name. Wade Wilson, Slade Wilson.
No.
They even took the name, dude.
Taskmaster is the ripoff of Deathstroke.
No, disagree.
I am right.
You are not.
I am totally right.
Okay. Top 10 non-DC. Okay, Spawn.
No.
Spawn would be good, but it'd be so expensive. And you'd have a lot of people that wouldn't like what was going on in that show. In that show, yeah. Alright. Right now we're just killing time. I just wanted to,
I'm not killing time. I'm just like, you posed an interesting question. I found very viable options that would be very well under budget. I mean, come on.
Conan the Barbarian? No.
The bastard son of Wolverine and Psylocke, X-23. That's just or bastard daughter. Great stuff to work with. You could reference the hell out of those characters without ever having to show them because she hates them both equally.
God, what is taking so long to load?
Because you're downloading shit.
Scott Pilgrim. That's the dumbest comic book ever.
I really liked the movie.
I thought the movie was fun.
I thought it was fun.
The movie was retarded.
It was fun.
And you and I know a couple other people that liked him. Like, what? I don't understand what you like.
I really enjoyed it.
You really enjoyed it? Okay. I know Kick-Ass. Like I said, Kick-Ass will be on this list somewhere. If that'd be. The Goon? Never even heard of that.
No.
What was that? It was like a cartoon in like the 80s and early 90s. Like a guy who got covered in like ooze or something. Yeah, like a mop. I vaguely,
Toxic Avenger.
yeah.
That's good stuff.
I remember it as a kid. That's all I remember from it, though. I vaguely remember it. I know every time I see it on TV, I kind of want to watch it. Hit Girl? Okay, there we go. Hit Girl is a badass. Spawn. I'm looking at yours because apparently you're having something faster.
I'm a Vampire Online.
Sandman.
All right, this is way too slow for me.
Oh, okay. Here's another one. Oh, you got Clayface and Sandstorm. Is it Sandstorm or Sandman? Sandman. There's another copy. Straight from DC.
They thought about doing a Sandman series. They really did. They gave it a lot of thought, and it just wasn't going to pan off. It wasn't popular enough or believable enough for the masses.
No, I was just saying there's another copy right there. Another copied character. That's all I was saying. Sin City.
It's not a character. That's an entire franchise.
Asterisk. I don't know what that is. It looks like one of those comics.
Are you on IGN?
I don't know what website I'm on. Whatculture.com. God, I'm trying to think if there's any more, but
There's not a whole lot you can do that hasn't already been done.
well, Judge Dredd's number 2 on this list. I guarantee that number 1 is going to be something really stupid. I like Judge Dredd the movie, so I don't even want to put it as a TV show.
Sergeant Rock could be done.
Punisher. That could be done as a TV show.
That could be done very cheaply as a TV show.
And Hellboy, okay, Hellboy. So.
The Tick was tried. And why that didn't take off. Well, they got the perfect guy to play the Tick. They had the perfect casting.
They have Daredevil coming. Hopefully that's not bad.
Yeah, but all the episodes are released on the same day, so you're going to be burnt out in like 8 hours. How is Blue Beetle even on this list?
Blue Beetle's a pretty big superhero, but he was going to be in this season of Arrow.
He's
switched around.
Super dumb.
Submariner, yeah.
Submariner, Namor, and Aquaman need to die.
Rocketeer.
Black Lightning.
Spectre.
That wouldn't be bad.
Black Lightning?
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. That's a DC thing. No. What's his name in DC? He was in one of the Super Friends. Black Bolt. Black Panther. That could be done.
That's going to be a movie soon.
No. They're saying that since Spider-Man got the green light to join the MCU, that Black Panther's out now.
Bullshit. They had the guy picked and everything.
I'm just telling you.
Blade. They tried Blade. That's when they tried, but it didn't do so hot.
Nothing does too hot on Spike. I'm sorry.
I mean, when you're right, you're right. I mean,
when you shoot that network, yeah, they do right by some things, but for the most part, that's not where you want your series to land. They did fine with Charlie Sheen and Anger Management. Archer is a big success for them, but for the most part, they're
Spike. FX did.
Oh, FX has Archer.
And FX has Anger Management. Now, what are the
Spike doesn't have anything.
No. Spike doesn't really have any original shows.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get away with trying to do one either.
Why not?
I don't know. I watch shit on Spike. I'm not lying. I really do.
But they don't have really any original shit. They used to. Okay, what it used to be is like what TNN. That used to be called the Man Network or whatever. It used to be called TNN. Then it went to. They used to have stuff on every Friday night. That
TNT. No,
TNN. It was TNN.
Was it TNN?
The New Network is what it was called.
Okay.
And then it went to the Man TV or something. Then went to Spike TV.
Okay. Well, point of the conversation is we're going to agree 100% that the best thing that anyone can do with any comic character still available out there in comic book land would be Nightwing. That would be your absolute best option for a series.
Maybe Punisher. I would give a maybe to Punisher.
That's only if you get Thomas Jane to come back, because he did such a fantastic fucking job.
Unless someone has an obscure one that I can't find.
Squirrel Girl.
Yeah.
No, that's a thing in the Marvel universe. I'm not making that up. I quit.
Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl.
What was one I liked as a kid? That was obscure. I came up with one when I was a kid. You ever seen Good Burger?
Oh,
Yeah, I came up with one based on
absolutely.
all those characters. I love that show. Oh man. You know, number oneing and number twoing. That guy's number one. Okay. Oh man, we're about to get to our top. By the way, I got a new tablet. It's awesome. It upgrades to the highest iOS possible at this moment. The old one stopped at 5.1. I don't know why they did. I guess it's just to get you to buy more. But it's really freaking awesome. I love it. I have games on here that I have not yet got a chance to play. Can't wait to play. That's pretty much it. We're gonna get our top 10 going here in a second. As soon as Chad gets out of the bathroom.
So no, okay. Gotham, Arrow, Flash, Walking Dead.
We didn't watch Arrow, so we just count that one out. Alright. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Marvel.
Yeah,
Agent Carter.
Peggy Carter. Yeah.
Peggy Carter.
Okay, do you want to just go to a top 10? We didn't have a lot to talk about this week. Once you miss Arrow,
No, I
that's
want
like
to bitch
20
about
minutes.
something.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
bitch.
You wonderful people doing Sleepy Hollow. Seriously. You did something. Did you watch last week?
I'm behind on that shit, to be honest with you.
All right,
go ahead. You
Cover
guys
your
talk
ears
about it.
or burn your lips. You set up something so wonderful, so completely different, so far out in left field that I was amazed, astounded, perplexed, befuddled, and in love all at the same time. You brought Thomas Jefferson back to life, who probably is the most brilliant, one of the most brilliant persons to ever have walked the face of God's green earth. And you brought him back in holographic form, and he had an entire library of knowledge, and it was amazing, and it was awesome, and it was probably the coolest thing you've done in that series thus far. And then you blew it up. Fucking stop doing dumb shit. You're gonna lose me. Seriously, I am one of your biggest believers. I love the series. I love the way it's going. I love what you're doing with it. But that was the dumbest fucking thing I think you've done to date. That was something amazing that you could have held on to and just left it in the background and come back to it occasionally just for help. But no, you fucking killed it. Why? Because there's reavers in the sewers. Grab your gat, grab your girl, get her gat, go to the sewers, have a great time, everybody's happy. Don't be so quick to blow up every fucking thing. Stop it. Done. End of rant.
Okay.
Boom Beach or Clash of Clans?
Actually, I was looking at something else I downloaded just real quick. Okay, top 10. You want to go first?
It better not have been Kendra Sutherland's fucking library thing.
No, it wasn't. I'll go first. Honorable mentions: How to Move with Murder, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Probably would have been higher if it was still airing right now. These are shows, top 10 shows that are
currently on air.
Or maybe they're on break, but they are still actively making episodes. Once Upon a Time and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Those are my 4 honorable mentions. I'm sure I could think of more if I tried. Those are the ones that came out. Probably Always Sunny in Philadelphia being on one though in there.
Robot Chicken.
Definitely Robot Chicken.
Always fun.
Oh,
Always fun.
Family Guy. Bob's Burgers wouldn't be bad either. Okay, number 10 is Vikings. If you have not had a chance to watch it, dude, that show has gotten really good. Really good.
I tried getting through the first season. I couldn't do it. I gave it the honest. I actually gave it the bub honest. I gave it 8 episodes that I just could not hang. Not my thing.
Very good. It's got some historical accuracies to it. I like that when a show about this thing with Spartacus.
That was not the reason I couldn't hang.
I'm just saying, Spartacus had some. Not to mention the one woman in it, Ragnar's wife. That girl's bad fucking ass.
Can I take a tangent real quick?
Go ahead.
I thought Caesar was supposed to be coming shortly.
It is.
Okay.
That was the rumor. They've been rumoring that for about a year or two now.
Okay, I'm just.
I want that show so bad. I wish that show would air right after Game of Thrones because I can have something else to watch. So, they have Black Sails on now. You had no interest in that, right?
I didn't have any interest in it. The copy of it I tried to watch was like destroyed and it wouldn't play on my thing, so I just put it in the backlog.
I'll see the second season, so it wasn't too bad. Vikings, again, good fighting. The one woman, and I can't think of her name, fucking badass. First off, it's hot as shit. Second, she just praying mantis was a good analogy earlier. She just looks like she could just fuck your brains out and then rip your fucking head off and eat you. It's great. If you're gonna go out, that's how you go out right there. Seriously. Supernatural is number 9 on my list. Kat, what is with you? You're a camera whore. That's what you are.
That's Dash. She's a pretty girl. She's a pretty girl.
9 is Supernatural. I've followed this show from, I think in a year I caught up on an entire 9 seasons, or 8 to 9 seasons. Right now, I think they're on season 10. Such a good show. They had some dry spots in it where I almost lost interest, but
the entire first season.
No, the entire first season was pretty. Like seasons like 4, 5, and 6 were really dry, but they have like a very loyal fan base, which kept it going. And you gotta respect that. You gotta respect
Walking
that.
Dead. They have a very
Number 8 is Walking Dead.
They have a very.
I was gonna put that in honorable mention. Last 3 days, like I've told him, I've watched about 15 episodes.
It got better.
It did get a lot better. It got away from all the drama of, oh my god, I don't know what to do. I'm trying to hang on to my innocence, and I'm trying to be a hard ass.
You're gonna like it.
I'm trying to be a hard ass, but I'm also trying to hold on to my innocence. And you're dumb. Fuck off. Number 7 is Sleepy Hollow. I'm way behind on that. I'll probably catch up on that within by next week.
I'm 1 episode behind.
Perfect. Number 6 is Flash. This show came on this year and it's been really
They're doing
good.
A fantastic job, especially with character development. We didn't even touch on the fact that they finally revealed that the asshole in the wheelchair is the bad guy.
Wells, Dr. Wells.
Well, I thought that.
Yeah, vaguely. I said it, but you just ignored me. You talked about
I didn't ignore you. I just hung up on shit.
Number 5 is Agent Carter. Though it is probably going to end and it will drop out of my top 10. At this moment, I look forward to watching that as much as I look forward to my number 2 show, which I'll get to that here in a minute.
The show you watch when you're taking a shit?
No.
Oh.
Number 4 might surprise you, but Mythbusters is number 4 on my list.
That doesn't surprise me.
I love that show.
You love that.
I love that show.
Hey, Deep's their own.
They had one good one this week. TJ hated it. It's the proof. It was showing that there's a rumor. The myth is that drifting is faster than like conventional racing, where you like slow down on the outside of a turn and gear in halfway through the turn.
Anytime your tires are sliding, you are losing momentum and speed.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
They beat that one in the dirt. That is not true. Now I think there's a little
drifting is stylized racing, and it's very stylized and it's very beautiful.
It's not actually racing. What they do is you got to go around turns, and it's the closer you are to the car without hitting it, you get points based on that. That's what it is. Well, it's not actually racing.
It's style.
It is
based on style.
But I do have one little complaint about it.
They didn't use foreign cars.
No. Okay, here's what they did. They took like an Acura or like some kind of 91 like Civic that might have like a turbo in it or whatever. It's like considered a drift car.
Yeah.
And they bought that. It was like a couple $1,000. Then they actually had like a guy who like drift races for a living,
Okay.
a real expert, like in a big souped up, awesome 900 horsepower car. They did a course. They did it the normal way. Then they did it in their way in which they figured out how to drift. They learned how to drift. And then that guy did it in his souped up, holy shit, awesome car. And his time was still slower than the normal way, even with the souped up, awesome car. Now, my issue with that is my only issue, is if you're going on your own, like laps and shit, by yourself, yeah, the conventional way is smarter because you're going in and out of turns. You're just doing things conventionally. If you're racing and you have 5 other cars and other cars are slowing down and you're drifting in and out of spots where you're not losing as much momentum as they are when they're taking turns, that's where I think you can do faster laps when you're racing other people and they're doing it conventionally and you're doing it the drifting way.
There is no way drifting loses less momentum than brake accelerate. I say that backwards. Brake accelerate is going to lose a lot less momentum than drifting because when you're drifting, you are literally physically putting the tires on the pavement and there's no longer that contact. You're actually causing more friction, which is going to slow you down harder.
I'm saying that there's 6 other cars.
Drifting's about style. It's not.
If you have 6 cars and you're going the conventional way, it's going to be slower because you're going the conventional way. If you have 1 car in there that's drifting, in between those cars when they're taking the conventional route, you're going to be a little bit faster because they have to go slower because they're going the conventional way. That's all I'm saying. Other than that, I'm agreeing with you. That's all I'm saying. If you're racing in a real race with like 10 cars, drifting is going to be a little bit faster because you don't have to slow down the way everyone else has to slow down. You're going to get around the turn quicker because they're slowing down and avoiding contact with each other. If there's just 1 car in a track, you're not avoiding other cars. That's my point.
Okay, we're talking about a drift car versus an actual race car.
Well, both cars are the same. Most of those cars are the same.
Okay, we'll take two EV08s, same model, same year, same turb, same whole 9 yards, and we'll put 4 of them on the track. 2 of this, 2 of that. 2 drift, 2 race.
Yes.
There's no way your drift cars' times will probably be quicker than they would be by themselves, but there's no way they're going to beat the actual racers. And the only reason I say that is if you come into a turn and you get a guy who's going through arcing straight, or 2 guys going through arcing straight, there's no way that asshole sliding sideways is going to fit between them. There'd be no chance to pass.
In a race, you would lose less momentum because you have to downshift and go down to almost nothing to go around the turn. When you're drifting, you don't lose that energy. You're in the same gear and your acceleration is quicker out of that turn. When you're with more people, when there's more cars, that's my point. I don't understand. You're not going to win by 20 seconds. I'm not saying that. You'll slightly win.
Would it be quicker? Yes, you wouldn't win. There's no way you could win because there's no way you could pass.
Agree to disagree. Let's just move on to the next.
You'd never be able to pass.
Okay, another episode you probably like is the Indiana Jones episode. They tested all the things to do with the whip in the movie.
It's all possible.
It's absolutely all possible.
110 plausible.
And Gotham is number 3. Another show I really, really enjoy. It's brand new. Man, before this season, we didn't have a lot to watch. Gotham, Agent Carter, Flash.
Or all this year.
Yeah. Yeah. We have a lot less to watch and a lot.
Well, have we started this 3 years ago? 4 years ago. 4 years ago? Heroes. V. Stargate Universe. Like, there was a ton of shit out there in the science fiction nerd realm where we're very, very happy to exist.
In Game of Thrones. The first season.
Yeah, it still would have been. Yeah, it had been there.
Number 2 is Arrow for me. Arrow is. I'm a Batman fan, so that's the closest thing I can get to Batman right now on TV, other than Gotham.
I think it's the only thing that does better than it in character development is Gotham.
Yeah, I agree with that. The only issue I have with Arrow, and it's not a huge issue. It's not like they take a lot of the Batman story arcs, like major stories, and throw them into Arrow. And what's going to happen is, like, let's say Gotham evolves into a Batman series. You can't take those stories now and put them in the Batman universe, because now everyone who watches Arrow, who didn't know about all the story arcs, are going to be like, oh, they're just taking that from Arrow. And Batman's going to get a bad rap because they're stealing story arcs and characters and ideas from Arrow. And you do get what I'm saying on that.
I understand what you're saying, but
because there's been about 4 or 5 major, just absolutely major storylines taken from the Dark Knight.
But the people that are working on Gotham right now that will eventually work on Batman would be very, very wise to stay away from anything related to Ra's al Ghul until much later in the series. Don't set it up as they work together or train together or anything. Just avoid that entirely. Do it like the animated series did, to where he just kind of popped up one day and you're like, what the hell is going on? Then you get a flashback and then everything's fine. That would be my advice to you. Just steer away from that.
Arrow, the thing about Arrow is there's so much polarity between what's going on now and what happened 5 years ago on the island.
I like the way they advance the storylines. Like, you have here and you have 5 years ago. And 5 years ago is always 5 years ago. It's not like it was 5 years ago, then it was 6 years ago.
You see how he dealt with something then and how he deals with it now in his maturation as a person, an individual, and a man.
Character development.
Because he was like a
little bitch. A little spoiled, rich bitch.
He was a little asshole.
Sarah was more mature than he was. At the time.
But always turned into a super badass.
He's getting there. I can't wait.
I read something about Arrow that you might be interested in.
He bought an Ultra Saber made in a specialized color with a specialized wrap.
No.
Okay. But that's a true thing. There's a YouTube video of him swinging around. It's pretty good.
Yeah, little fun tidbit. If you ever watched the newest trilogy of Star Wars, not the one that's about to come out, the one that came out like 4 years ago with Ewan McGregor. Ewan McGregor, every time he was like doing stuff, he kept making lightsaber noises. It was just his instinct. Zoom, zoom.
Yeah,
and they had to edit it out of the filming. Which, I would probably do the same thing. I would absolutely do the same thing. But what I was going to tell you is Roy's character. I read this and I found this and I'm like, Chad will be very interested to hear this.
I actually, he's one of the characters that I enjoy the most in the series right now.
He is actually the one who becomes Speedy.
Arsenal is.
In the comic book. No, he is not supposed to be Arsenal. He actually becomes Speedy.
But he's Arsenal.
He's Arsenal now, but in the comic book, he was supposed to become Speedy. Now, also in the comic book, there's a couple other things.
I'm gonna make you take notes next week and do we're gonna do like those little bars where we start with the heading, then we're down to this, then we're down to that.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna have a tree, and every time we branch out, we're gonna write.
I'm gonna get a fucking whiteboard on the back, and every time we go off topic, we're gonna take a shot.
You know what? We're gonna have to switch this to Wednesday if we do that. I can't do it on Thursdays and go to church basketball. Okay, in the comics, Roy first off, which it's starting to show this a little bit in the show, becomes an alcoholic.
Roy does?
And a heroin addict.
Whatever gets you through
I
the day.
don't remember, but I'm 9% certain he died of an overdose in the comic book. Roy does.
I don't want Roy to die.
And he's supposed to be Speedy.
I don't think they're gonna do that on
I doubt that. But he might be. He's been drinking lately. He has been drinking a lot lately. In the last couple episodes, he's been drinking. He drank with Diggle, and he was drinking up at the club with. Trust me, he's been drinking a little bit. And Thea Queen is supposed to be either Artemis, and it's not Arsenal. It's someone else. I can't remember who it was, but she's supposed to be either Artemis. And Artemis can actually be a good guy too. It has nothing to do with her being bad or good. This depends on who she's following around, Merlin or Oliver. That's all that means. She could be either or. And there's one story where she was that, and she changed the name, and I can't remember what she was.
I like the way she's developing right now.
Huh?
I like the way she's developing right now. I like what they're finally doing with her Dawson's Creek bullshit from seasons 1 and 2. They finally making it right. And
number one show on my list, it should be you probably guess it. Game of Thrones. The best. This show is what taught me how to be enveloped in a story. when you watch a show, to listen to like every word said, to be just enveloped and give it your undivided attention. This is the show that taught me that. Other shows I paid attention to and watched, but this one really
cult following.
Yeah, this one I really got like really into and just gave it my undivided love and attention.
You saw where he flat out came out and said anyone who reads the book's really gonna fucking hate this season.
Probably. Dude, I
like he flat out came out and said that, like, if you read the book, this is the season you are gonna hate the most because you are not gonna have a leg up on anybody anymore. He is shaking up the salt, and I'm loving it. Not that he ever ruined it for me.
I just told you things that could potentially happen. That could potentially, like Ari potentially going blind is an example. Ari.
Oh, JD, it's so fun to get under your skin.
Game of Thrones, best show ever. Well, and probably if we do best shows ever, man. To me, oh man, just throw this out there. Some best shows ever. Breaking Bad will be up there. I know you haven't seen it.
You just you did your honorable mentions.
I've been airing now, but if we were to do best ever, Spartacus would be up there for me. There'd be some other ones. Battlestar Galactica. I think it just ended too abruptly though. They didn't finish it,
but it ended so awesomely.
Kinda. Kinda, yeah.
Sort of.
No, I just think they had like stuff they were planned, and they're just like, okay, we're not making a lot of money here, so we're done.
As anything, and who owns Sci-Fi? NBC. And what does NBC do as soon as they're not making a fat stack of cash on anything? They fucking shit on it. And they tell it to go fuck itself in the woods. Stop it, NBC. So that's winner, chicken dinner for you?
Yeah.
Alright, well, my 3 honorable mentions are Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Frame Off, and The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. And I gotta
Frame Off or Face Off?
No, Frame Off. I really enjoy, competitive carpentry. I just think it's fun. It's something different. I mean, it might have been done before, but I didn't frickin' see it. And Common's there, and he's always just, I don't know, it's fun to watch him hate anything. Then we go into the actual top 10, and we got Family Guy. I absolutely love that. Can't get away from it. I've seen every episode the night it aired. Never missed a one. Just absolutely love what Seth MacFarlane does with that show. Ink Master. I just really like shit about tattoos and sitting there and bitching about how fucking inwardly gay Dave Navarro is and how he should just come out and everyone should be happy about that. Face Off. I absolutely love Face Off. Me and my wife are huge into costuming. We love making our own costumes. We love doing our own makeup. We're big into that. Ask him. He's seen us come in at Halloween, the Smileys. We love making our own shit. It's a blast. So that just gives us ideas to make our stuff. Then we have The Walking Dead. And the only reason it's that low, it is a really good show and I really do enjoy it. However, it does have a tendency to drag from time to time and I just can't handle that. Then we have Gotham, which we all love at this point. Flash, then Arrow, which is Arrow's been on longer, it's more established, and I don't know, I'm just more sucked into Arrow than I am Flash at this point in time. Then we have something that hasn't been mentioned today, Person of Interest. I love the way that goes, the idea of the machine and the way Harold and it and Root talk to each other. I absolutely love it. If you're missing out, go back to season 1. Don't try to catch that now and get caught up later. If you're thinking about it, start from the beginning and work your way up because otherwise you are just going to be batshit fucking crazy by the end of the episode. Then we have Game of Thrones. I do love it. It is high on my list, but damn it, there's not enough of it in a year. That's the reason it's number 2 for me is there's just not enough of it. And number 1 for me, if you haven't figured it out yet, I'm a huge Marvel fan, so Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that's my beast, that's my go-to, that's the one I have never, ever missed. Come hell or high water, or sacrificing anything, I will get that scene. Love it.
So Agents of Shield is your favorite show?
I love Agents of Shield.
It hasn't been on in like 3 months.
I know, but I still love it, man. I'm just.
Well, I can't say anything like that. Game of Thrones has been on for like 9 months almost.
Yeah, but it takes the MCU to another level that no one else is doing right now, and I love it. I absolutely love the fact that they decided to do that, and it was cute the way they put those little itty bitty mini movies on the back of the Marvel films. Just it was working up to that. You didn't know what was happening, and then it happened. And you're like, man. And then they're like, oh, we need to expand and put Agent Carter in there. The only reason Agent Carter didn't even get an honorable mention is because until it becomes a yearly thing, to me, it's not a series. Right now, it's a mini series this season. I know it's been renewed. That's besides the point. I have to see it happen first. Wow. I feel like Axl Rose at the end of Don't Cry.
There's another game I have. We want our top 10 to be next week.
I don't think we have enough viewers to ask them because no one comments. It'd be nice if you did.
That'd be nice if Game of Thrones is on. That'd be great.
April 12th.
Okay, I'm left enough for that to go right
I'm kind of partial to lefty.
Huh?
Kind of partial to my lefty, but wow. That's what happens when you hit that like one point in the spring mid-season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's that spring mid-season. We're not even into spring yet, but the way TV goes, we're technically in the spring mid-season. Ain't shit going on right now. Well, the snow is blowing. It's not snowing, it's blowing. It's the high today here in where we're at was
Bad.
0.
Bad.
0.
Fucking shit. Just shit.
Like
Fucking shit.
Someone earlier today asked me what the temperature was. I said there is none.
Yeah. 0.
There is no temperature.
Drink here.
We're temperatureless.
Your guy sucks. Sucks big old donkey dick.
However, if you are here, the dunk is happening this weekend. Feel free to come get hammered and jump in icy cold water. It will actually be warmer in the water than it is in the air, so it's not going in. It sucks. It's coming out that blows.
Yeah, because once you're in there, you're just like, I don't want to move.
Haven't been, not gonna anytime soon.
Yeah, me neither. I can just give money to charity. You ever listen to Daniel Tosh?
Listen to him. I watch his show weekly.
No, I mean his calming routines.
Some of them.
He's like, I hope they find a cure for every major disease because I'm tired of walking 20K or 5K. He's like, I'm sure I don't have to sweat for cancer. I'll just write a damn check. Damn it, I'm not finding the things I'm looking for. There we go.
This could be the reason we don't have a lot of viewers is because you're sitting there playing games while we're supposed to be playing.
Hey, I'm on my tablet.
I'm just saying. It's one of those things. Enhance.
Goodbye, Internet. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, another great day in paradise. Watch all the shit we told you to.
Yeah.
Get caught
Now. I watched Walking Dead 15 episodes in 3 days. You can do it too. Come on.
When he gets caught up on 6 seasons of Stargate in 2 weeks, I'll be impressed. There's 10, but you haven't even started.
I may do that if
You
we
haven't
get on
even
our
started.
dead time.
That's amazing. Summer is going to be
Summer's
part of
dead time.
Yeah.